Hey, look,
John G, I
it
gave you
says
a
it.
recording. I gave you a recording thing.
Yay.
Yay.
Like some beans.
Oh my gosh, a new black person. Thanks, Jim.
That's Marjani.
Marjani!
Yay! Because I don't see Isabel, so I'm going.
Isabel's
to just
coming. She's just late. All right. Hey, Marjani. All right, we are going to begin the show.
She's like, I'm not laughing for you.
I am going to let in our audience member. And welcome to the Pop-Up Comedy Show, where we can actually call out our audience members by name. Hey, Sasha, how are you?
Hi.
Hi. So we need to. This is the 1,000th time Sasha's actually sat through all of us. Sasha, I brought in Marjani, so you have somebody new to talk to
Hey,
today. But we're going to start this show. We got a very funny host for the show, as usual. You know him by many names. We love to call him Santa. Put your hands together for John G, ladies and gentlemen. John G.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Pop-Up Comedy Show. So, dick pics. Yeah.
That's how we're starting.
Yeah, that's how we're starting. You know, I'm happy I find something, but I haven't seen it in 10 years. And you know I ain't sending that little candy cane nowhere. You know? I'm afraid I'm going to get arrested for kiddie porn.
Oh.
So when I get asked, I send a picture of the North Pole. The curiosity keeps them coming, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So I know Madeline's over there saying, is Santa really talking about his penis? I mean, seriously. Well, do you think looking like this, it's easy to get laid? Hey, I put a profile on Tinder the other day. I got a lot of swipe rights, but everybody asked for presents. Yeah, and the dates I did get, those women had some crazy twisty daddy teddy bear issues. Woo! I guess there are a bunch of women out there that really like the little red chubby one. I don't know. Somebody suggested I try Grindr. I said, "What the hell? I'll give it a thought. Maybe there's some teddy bear lovers over there." Yeah. Got a few dates. I really did. But do you know how hard it is to clean out this beard? And I know some of you are asking yourselves, what about Mrs. Claus? Well, let me ask you something. Does she look like she puts out? Seriously. Yeah. Little known fact, the last Mrs. Claus was actually Jewish. That's right. Israeli Jewish, the type with a gun in her purse. And last year, I thought I'd buy her a pair of edible panties with appropriately placed mistletoe, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Come on, do I look like the guy that would turn away a piece of pumpkin pie with whipped cream? Never. No. She put them on backwards and told me to kiss this, asshole. Yeah. Speaking of kiddie porn, how about them elves?
Oh, God.
Yeah. They might be little, but they ain't small, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm actually kind of jealous. Yeah, I think Mrs. Claus is getting a little piece on the side. Anyway, that was my attempt at humor for this evening. We're going to keep this thing rolling and keep it going. We're going to bring up a very funny young lady. Let's give it up for Madeline Cahill. Madeline!
He's not high.
What's up? So as you guys know, I am trying to get involved in politics. Not in like an actual way, just in a way where people think I'm smarter than I am. It's not going well. I fucking hate them. I hate everything about them. I don't know what anybody's talking about ever. They say words like grassroots, which I don't know what that means, but now all I can think about is getting raw dogged in an open field at a slightly stupid concert. So now I'm not thinking about politics even a little bit. You know, my mind is elsewhere for sure on that one. People keep bringing up a Geneva Convention. I don't know what that is. I assume it's like the Met Ball, but if it doesn't, if it doesn't have those fancy dresses, I'm not interested. I don't know what that means. One thing one thing politicians say all the time is the black vote, and I hate that. I don't understand it. I don't know what it means. Not even the black people's vote, just the black vote. And it sounds like a group chat that I'm not a part of, and I don't like that at all. Okay, that would be a very cool group chat. Can you imagine the types of words that they would say in there that I could just never even say in my life? You know? Like all types of words, like on fleek and woke, you know, those kinds of words. No, I hate when politics say black vote, it's just like there's so many individual black people. You know what I mean? There's so many black people. And conservatives are always like, oh, there's not that many black people. And you're like, well, there's more than you want, so fucking relax. And, you know, they say the black vote, I think, as a way to strip people of their individual rights, to get them to lobby for an identity over individualism. And that pisses me off because there's nothing that all black people have in common other than the fact that they are black, you know, and they all really love Reese Witherspoon. That is... in quarantine, I've been watching a obscene amount of porn, which is really cool. I love it. Unfortunately, there's no porn in the world that's not family related right now. Everything is family related, and that's just really stressful for a couple of reasons. There's always some precarious situation where stepbro encounters stepsis stuck and decides to, you know, take advantage of her. And the whole time I feel like her arm is in the fucking garbage disposal. Help her out before you try to start any business. You know what I mean? Grease her up first and slide her out before you express your feelings. At least give her a fucking, you know, choice in the matter. Fucking I. Then again, I don't empty my garbage disposal ass naked, so I don't know, you know, what we're going for there. What was I going to say? Oh, I had something else to say. Something about family porn, and you know what? She's gone. She's just completely left my head. All right, well, that's all I have for you guys then, I guess. Way to fucking end that one, right? Yeah. Holy shit. Not high at all, guys. I'm totally fine. I'm
straight as me, straight as an arrow. All right, give it up for Madeline, everybody. Keep it going. All right. We are now going to switch over to a funny gentleman. Let's give it up for Just Cats.
Yeah.
Cats, yay.
What happened to the music? Someone was playing music earlier. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Speaking of porn, like, yes. Yeah, Madeline. In these times, I tend to, I'm watching two things every day. Watching the news, obviously, and porn. Porn. Yeah, that's going to be a big topic tonight. Just watch. And you don't you realize how similar they are, you know? Like you've got multiple categories and genres to choose from. You got sports, you got the weather if you like water sports and all things wet. You know, they're always going to have an attractive lady. Who knows what the guy looks like? Who cares? Just shut up and get back to the woman, right? And then like, you know, they always go in for the close-up, right? Just the right time. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Don't act like you don't. Well, what really gets me is the names of these news programs. I really don't know who was in charge of it. Come on, you got Up Front with Anderson Cooper. You got Off the Beaten Path. You got Hardball with Chris Matthews. Is this porn? Is that right? Like I don't know, guys. Just random stuff you come up with. You know, what else I got? Oh, if I didn't tell you before, I am a military brat. You might know me as an asshole. So like my dad was in the Army. So I was born in Kentucky, guys, and so I got a wide range of culture thrust upon me, if you will, because I was born in Kentucky. Then we moved to Alabama. Then we moved up north to Alaska, where the Russians live. Then we moved back down to Alabama. Then went up north to Alaska again. So you can say I encountered many different kinds of white people. Yeah, I got the cold ones, and then I got the hot ones. So that really shaped my world view, if you will. So when moving up here to like New York, it was really crazy to see like people holding hands. It was crazy. Like, just that kind of love and affection. And I thought that New York was just angry all the time. I don't know. Is this thing on? Guys?
Oh.
No? All right. Well, I don't care about let's just roll with it, shall we? All right. So I've been reading a lot of self-help books lately because
Yes.
you know, so it dawns on me though. Are there any anti-self-help books? You know, is there a book like some people in charge could read? Like, yes, your shit does stink. Just random shit. Let's see what else have I got for you guys today. Did you know that prostitution is illegal? Holy shit! I did not. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk? Like, are there amateur institutes? Is there a school to go to? So like a trade school, you know? Like, are there classes I can take? I mean, that are available? I mean, it's not like I don't need money, but like dick sucking 101, economics 203, money up front. What happens to the women who don't graduate? Do they just? I don't know how to end that joke. I'll just leave it at that because there's nowhere to go. Oh yeah, thanks guys.
Hey, give it up for Cats. Cats. All right. We're gonna keep this moving, keep it moving on. Let's give it up for Marwani Jones. Marwani.
Hey.
First of all, you met me before twice, so I want you to pronounce my name correctly.
I'm sorry. Marjani, right?
First things first.
I actually had a great night with you at the Gotham Comedy Club. It was a lot of fun. I remember you 100%.
And on here before, and on here.
Yeah. All right, I think I just got fired, Jim.
But I've been getting that my whole life. I've been getting Marjani, marijuana, whatever.
All right, pronounce it for me one time and I will remember it forever.
Elementary school, I was Connie Chung. And then because my eyes were slanted. And then when I would argue back, then I was Connie Chung, the Chinese bitch. What is that? Kids are so cool. And that's why I picked this picture up. Look, thank God my teeth don't look like that now. But during coronavirus, well, first of all, I lost like 40 pounds. Maybe even a little more now. I don't know. Coronavirus scared the shit out of me. I just kept seeing on the news, obesity is the leading cause of coronavirus death. Obesity is the leading cause of corona. That literally scared the shit out of me. And I mean from behind. You know, when you lose weight, you're going to the bathroom more regularly. I was afraid to eat. I'm a letter carrier. So I'm on the road all day. I was literally afraid to eat during the day because I didn't have anywhere to wash my hands. Everything was shut down. People wouldn't let you use their bathroom, not even a letter carrier. So I literally was just like losing weight without even exercising or anything. Maybe I should tell people that. Become a letter carrier during coronavirus, you'll lose weight. Forget about the gym. But so what else is going on? My teeth shifted during this whole thing. After 2 years with braces, my teeth shifted because I grind at night. I tore into my retainer and then couldn't get a new retainer because the labs were closed. So when everything finally opened back up, Dr. Frieda said, I said, just give me the bad news. I'm gonna have to get braces again, right? No, we can fix it. You're gonna need 5 sets of retainers, but there is a fee. I said, just give it to me straight. $1,500. I offered him sex, but then he was like, this would get in the way of my marriage. I'm like, what? Come on. Sex for $1,500 for me. Sex for $1,500 for me. So he took the $1,500. So anyway, what else has been going on? People are crazy. I think coronavirus makes people dumber. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just not being in contact with people like they used to be. I go in the doctor's office to deliver yesterday. I put the mail on the counter. Then I'm waiting for the outgoing mail. And then she says, is this mail for us? Duh. Didn't I just put this mail on a freaking counter? And people ask me, and then people see me like I'm all over the place. I'm more like a gopher now because I got bad knees. So I really don't do my own route anymore. I'm all over the place. So I go in places, people say, oh, are you delivering the mail? What? I just wear a blue shirt with a freaking ugly eagle on it and blue shorts with a pinstripe down the side just for fun. Like, bitch, this is my Halloween costume and it's not even Halloween yet. I mean, I don't know. People are getting crazy. A lady says to me yesterday, your mask isn't on right. Ma'am, it slips down all day. I literally have this mask on from 8 a.m. so I finish delivering your fucking mail. But if you leave me alone, then the little slip won't matter. All right? Karen times 100. And then I'm talking to my girlfriend on the phone. She's like, pull it up before they call the office. This is what these people are doing now. Oh, the mail carrier doesn't have on a mask. The mail carrier is fucking exhausted from wearing these masks for literally like 8 to 10 hours a day. Lady, if you leave me the fuck alone and go in your house, you don't have to worry about me if it's slipping down or whatever, because you're nowhere near me. I don't know. Maybe I have to end it right here too. Jim subscribed to Papa, so I really don't know how to end it either. And I'm doing a show tomorrow, and I don't want to give away all those jokes. I don't know, but look, my face is smaller. All right, thank you.
All right, keep it up for Maradona Jones. Let's go. All right. We're going to keep this going with another bearded gentleman on the show. Let's give it up for James DeSabo. James.
Yeah. Congratulations, you lost 40 pounds. Excellent.
Thank you.
I lost 100 pounds once. Did it the hard way. Yep, brain tumor. It was great.
Wow.
Yeah, they had to go up under my nose and perform surgery. Oh, no, you can laugh at it when you're wouldn't have laughed at me already. Come on. Usually my clothes are off, but still, thanks. But no, they went up here. My lips are so swollen, I look like a Kardashian. Half the Lakers tried to fuck me. And stick families on cars and minivans, they annoy me, all right? There's always some happy-go-lucky fucking family. Everybody is so fucking overjoyed and peachy. You know what? I want honest stick figures on there. You know what? I want maybe the happy family here and around the corner, dad's stick mistress. Or maybe the stick figure with mom's day drinking habit. You know? Or maybe mom with the stick figure pool boy on the side. Stick figure daughter all pregnant. son with a stick figure bong, right, Madeline? You'll get that one there too.
Fuck yeah, dude.
There you go. And of course, maybe the really honest one, where dad's business is failing, his little stick business is going to the toilet. He is in the whole Willie Loman funk. And he caught his stick wife with the stick pool boy. So he grabs his axe and dismembers the stick family and right his feet in a bloody mess. And he's just there like, oops, guess I went too far. You know what? And every generation also, they just get weaker. It's true. I mean, you know, I'm a grumpy old man. I like that. I complain about, oh, my cafe latte isn't right. People bitching about organic kale and protests over haircuts. Every little shit like that. Oh, your face mask isn't up all the way. Fuck you, all right? Get over it. You know, our ancestors would kick our asses, all right? Irish women used to give birth in the field while farming. They didn't even stop. They would just drop out. She'd keep pushing the plow along. Babies attached by the cord bouncing along in the field. And that baby better be working back there. Pick up the potatoes, you lazy arse. Like my grandfather, my mom's side, he was one of those big, tough, old Irish sons of bitches. Came over here right up the boat from Ireland, 6'5", had a glass eye. He lost his eye in a fight. He made Liam Mason look like Betty White. So he used to build the old steam locomotives. So one day his pinky got cut off right here, had dangling off. He goes, gets the tin snips, cuts it off the rest of the way, goes to the boiler, steams it shut, and goes back to work. I get a paper cut. I want workman's comp. What the hell? And now we're just all these pretentious phrases people keep coming out with too. You know, it makes you want to slap the white off people. Well, back in grad school, oh my goodness, oh, Game of Thrones, I don't watch TV, please, thank you. I took a gap year and I backpacked through Europe. It was great. Oh, I'm sorry, the book was better. I only watch foreign films. Oh, please. No, dude, Final has a richer sound, all right? Comic books, I only read graphic novels, please. You know, Smug Life, what? And comedians were guilty of it too. You've all heard that one comic. Oh, my comedic stylings. If you ever hear me call myself my performance comedic stylings, you have my permission to punch me in the dick, all right? And ladies, again, we talked about weight loss before, but fat acceptance is great for women. It empowers you, you feel great. I don't care if a woman's heavy or not. You have, what, Ashley Graham, she's gorgeous. That's great. But you know what? It doesn't work the same way for men. Women, when was the last time you rubbed one out to Kevin James? Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, I blame you too. We have unrealistic standards. So do we. Look at comic books. Superman, everyone's bulked up with these ripped bodies, Batman, all these people. And even worse than women, porn. Women, yeah, oh, they like them with big breasts. You can get implants. Guess what? We can measure up. Oh, yeah, I looked at the surgery to make it bigger. Here's what they do. They take a little snip and they pull it forward, just forward like that. Then they wrap cadaver skin around it. If I wanted a dead penis, I wouldn't be taking Cialis, all right? Speaking of Cialis, though, I'll leave you with this image. All right, so again, after the brain tumor, and I have a hemorrhage too, I am Mr. Health. I had a little trouble where, you know, my little buddy, he works, but wouldn't always stay to finish the fight sometimes. So I asked my doctor, she said, here's a little Cialis. You know, guys, it works. Oh my God. I'm outside. I'm chiseling my name in the concrete in the sidewalk. James was here. It's great. I mean, fuck Michelangelo. I'm going to get my own slab of marble and chisel my own Venus de Milo tonight, and mine's going to have arms, all right? Thank you very much. Let's give it back to your host, John G., everybody.
Let's keep it going for James, everybody. All right.
Thank you.
You okay?
Oh, yep.
All right, brain tumor's all gone?
Well, it's fine.
All right, good.
Well, let's start the hemorrhage, but what the hell?
All right. Well,
That explains the hair loss, so it's always a good excuse. Sorry, honey. Ooh, hemorrhage, tumor. Oh, no, great.
Oh, no, oh, no. All right, everybody, give it up for James one more time.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
All right, let's bring up the next funny gentleman. Let's give it up for Franz Coe. Franz!
Thank you, John. So, Madeline, you're right. Black people love Reese Witherspoon.
I know I have black friends.
There you go. So you have black friends. See, loved her in Election, and she also causes little fires everywhere whenever I see her. Marjani, you are you're just someone to aspire to. My wife is always talking about the fact that she's only one flu away from her ideal weight. You took that shit too far. And James, I love the story about the Irish people and putting out a baby in the middle of the fucking potato fields. Sounds like a slave narrative. Makes me wonder why you hate us so much since we have the same history.
Yes.
But yeah, so I have a lot to talk about. The world is going fucking crazy. Every day it gets worse. I remember back in the day when we first started this, I said, you know what? The revolution is coming and none of you have enough black friends. And then I offered you this wonderful deal so that if you paid me, I would be your black friend. I take all that shit back. I don't want nor need to be your Franklin.
Oh, God.
I'd like to put out a new offer though, because as I'm seeing the way that the world is working, I don't want to charge you to be my friend. I want to ask you for safe passage. Maybe you guys can allow me and my family to, I don't know, stay in your attic for the next 4 to 6 years. We'll call it the Anne Frank special. And I hear all these things about how Trump is doing well with race relations, even though me and my family's scared as fuck. 37% of the people in America say that he's doing a great job with race relations. And I have to ask, who are these people? Yes, you know the next word. Herschel Walker?
Herschel.
And I sit there. I know he was on Celebrity Apprentice, and that makes him qualified to talk about race relations. But he said, you know what? He's known Donald Trump for 37 years. And as a black man coming from the deep South, he knows racism when he sees it. Which makes me kind of wonder, what's the new fucking floor for racism? We're just gonna be hanging niggers in the street and be like, no, we're good. The other day in the actual debate, Trump said, Proud Boys, stand back. And what is it? Stand tall? I don't even fucking know.
Stand by.
Stand by. Stand back, stand tall, stand by, all the same shit. I'm scared. But like I said earlier, it's all fucked up because their actual, minister of communication is a black man.
No.
Which means that we have now entered Dave Chappelle skit fucking territory. I keep on telling people Dave Chappelle's my favorite comedian. He's fucking Nostradamus. He called it, people. He called it a decade ago. So now I think that as the world is going straight to hell, I can take more risks and say more outlandish shit in my comedy sets. Like the other day, me and my wife had to go get a new stove, an oven, and we saw that some of these ovens, because I live in Brooklyn, had a Jewish setting. Little did I know that it wasn't for cooking Jews. It was for their actual, you know, it's for their actual Saturday fucking cult rituals. But I was thinking either way, that's just an inappropriate setting. And I don't know how you actually tell people, yes, this is something that you would want on your stove. Tory Lanez the other day came out with an album, the most tone-deaf release of a fucking record ever. He basically did an entire album talking about why he shot his girlfriend, Megan Thee Stallion, a day after Breonna Taylor's fucking killers were basically not indicted. Who the fuck is his PR guy? Terry Crews? He basically said that he was just like, oh, you know, I was drinking a little too much, which is always the excuse you use when you disrespect Black women. Terry Crews taught us that too. And then, of course, white people try to appease us by doing the wrong thing again. We ask you for equal rights and equality in economics, and you'd say, let's get rid of Mrs. Buttersworth. Fuck Aunt Jemima. And we all know that Uncle Ben did you wrong.
Yes.
We ask you for justice, and you give us Juneteenth off. And kente cloth and Congress. And then we ask you for representation in Hollywood. And you decide to give us cops back. You couldn't fucking wait 3 months, and you said, under the darkness of night, we're going to still fucking shoot cops and bring it back. That was the problem in the first place. You did that shit under the darkness of night. If I had known that it was going to get this fucking bad, I would get into a time machine and I never would have voted for fucking Obama. I would have put all my friends onto McCain and Palin because this retribution has gone too far. Just make the pain stop. Whatever I need to do, make it stop. I will be sending out Airbnb reservations for that attic near you. Thank you. You've been a pleasure.
Hey, give it up for Franz, everybody.
Woo!
Seeking retribution. Hey, Franz. All right, let's keep this going. Let's give it up for the next bearded gentleman, Stuart Gabel. Stuart, let's go. All right.
Hey, thank you. Greetings from Brooklyn.
Hey, Brooklyn.
Unlike many of my colleagues, I do not have an internet porn addiction.
Ooh.
Just a hobby. My obsession on the internet does begin with a P. It's politics. And I read the comments. People say reading the comments on political articles on the internet causes brain damage. Not true. It is brain damage. Brain damage that has learned to type, but has not learned how to spell or the rules of grammar. Sometimes you need a break. You need just a simple word to shut down the fascists, the flat earthers, the global warming denialist. And it's a term that they use in the UK and in Australia, but we don't use here. Now, I'm not saying we need to copy everything from the UK and Australia. We don't need a parliament. You know, we don't need to drive on the left-hand side of the street, drink warm beer, or sleep with ugly women. But there is a term we should use, and that term is cunt. Let me demonstrate. Betsy DeVos wants to make it harder for women who have been assaulted on campus. Cunt. Supreme Court Justice Barrett, nominee, wants to take away choice. Cunt. But you say, oh, that's sexist. You're only using against women. No. Cunt is unisex. It's like a bathroom in a bar in Brooklyn. Postmaster Louis DeJoy wants to slow down the mail. Cunt.
Yes, yes.
Cunt. Herman Cain didn't want to wear a mask at a Trump rally. Dead cunt. Now, how do I know it's okay to use the word cunt? How did I become a comic? It's all the same story. And like most stories, it started with alcohol and a woman. Let's call her Famale. Yes, she was from Australia. Just met her. Figured I'd take her out for a few drinks, chat her up. Simple evening. I had no intention of trying to go down under. Ordered a round. We kept drinking. Ordered another round. She said yes. We were talking. It was so easy to talk to her. And about every fourth or fifth word out of her mouth was cunt. You know, I learned that the Prime Minister of Australia and the President of the United States were cunts. More drinks. And I learned that the world was run by cunts. I offered her another round. I thought she would say no. We'd split up. I'd give her a call in a week or two. But no, she said more and more. And then we got free drinks and the bartender gave us shots. And I don't remember the rest of the evening. I woke up on a floor in the most pain I've ever been in my entire life. I mean, it hurt so bad that it caused me pain to fart. It was that bad. So then I did something I rarely do. I prayed to God. And I opened my eyes, and there she was. Now, I was surprised because in my religious upbringing, all the words in Hebrew refer to a male God, king of the universe. And she said, yeah, I get that a lot. You know, language is very sexy. I said, well, I'm going to tell my kids that, you know? And she said, they know they're smarter than you, okay? And then she looked at me and said, Mr. Gibble, I'm very disappointed in you. You only pray to me when you're hungover or when you're having sex. It's true. Then she said, okay, you could use the word cunt, but only if you use it in context. It must be at the appropriate time. I go, how will I know? She goes, use your heart, but be careful, because if you use it incorrectly, you might lose a testicle. That's a pretty harsh God. So anyway, the room started to fill with light, and I felt a little better, and I looked up at her, and I said, can I ask you one more question? What do I do with my life? I don't know. I need a job. I need some direction. She goes, stand up. I go, stand up? I can't even move. She goes, no, stand-up comedy, you idiot. You're funny. People like you. You have a great sense of humor. Go for it. And I was just about to thank her, and she was gone. Okay? And so I can't argue with God. She says I could use the word cunt. She says I should be a stand-up. That's the way it's going to have to be. So before I leave and go check my testicles, okay, I want you to know this, okay? Don't be a cunt. Wear a mask. Vote. Be good to each other, people. Thank you very much.
Hey, Stuart. Hey, Stuart. Hey, do us a favor. If you're gonna check them testicles, shut off the camera, please.
I'm checking your testicles, okay? Just Mark.
Okay. All right.
Just don't
Hey,
watch that
let's
bigger
keep this
candy
going.
cane.
Let's keep this going. We're gonna give it up for a very funny young lady. Let's give it up for Isabel Pierre. Isabel.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah, I had to do a comedy from the local bar because my roommates are all dating and they're all in love and they have people over. So fuck them. Hi everyone, but you get the pretty Atlanta sunset in the back. Speaking of dating, I bought a "Come Fuck Me" oil off of Instagram, and that's the name of it. The name of it is "Come Fuck Me" oil, and it's guaranteed to make him like come quick. And I was like, well, maybe at least I could like fuck myself since I can't fuck anyone else right now. But so far I've been pretty hands off. Last time I went on a date. Thank you. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I was like, I'm gonna wait. They're gonna get it. Okay, thanks. Last time I went on a date, this guy, he made a joke about me getting into car with strangers. And I was like, ha ha ha. Little do you know, motherfucker, the investigative powers of the girl group chat, because my girlfriend's already had his photo, his address, his license plate number, and his sun, moon, and rising. I was like, try to kill me, motherfucker. Try. You might murder me, but you're definitely not getting away with that shit. So many men don't know how like dangerously close they get to having sex with me, and then they talk, and then it's like, no, can't do it. Unfortunately, my grandmother is ill. She's in the hospital, but it's okay. She's like ready to go. She's 93 years old. So I just, I hope that it's peaceful, but now that she's like really, really passing, I called her because I've been trying to get like all the family secrets out of her when she's like, drugged up and vulnerable. And like one of the secrets I've been trying to get is like voodoo secrets, because my grandmother used to practice voodoo, right? And then she got all like Catholic and she stopped. So I was like, Granny, can you tell me what Bible verse you might use to drain the blood of your ex-lovers? She didn't tell me. She got real quiet, and she just started like praying to Jesus, and she was like, just thank Jesus you're here. And I was like, Granny, you are so lame, right? I'm thinking a lot about her like meeting Jesus when she passes, and it's like, do you think Jesus had to turn down a lot of pussy? Like, I feel like Jesus did. Can you imagine, like, I'm imagining if I got to date Jesus, like, can you imagine the glow up? Like all the other everyone else at the village being like, how come my prayers didn't work? And I'd be like, well, I don't know. God gave me that extra special pussy to attract his son. So, So I sent my mother, because I was bored and I wanted to antagonize her. My mother, right? So I sent her like a photo of me in like a sexual pose, something that I would send if I was like sexting some guy, right? And this fucking jerk, she was just like, oh, you're not getting enough sun. And I was like, Mom, I'm in a suggestive pose in my underwear and you're worried about my vitamin D levels? And I was like, what do you think about the shot? And she was like, well, I didn't really think it was that sexy. And I was like, bitch. So then I called my grandmother back and I was like, Granny, what part of the Bible do you use to curse your parent? And she looked over and she was like, Psalm 91. All right, thanks, y'all. That's for me.
Did we lose her?
No, she's wrapped up. She
No,
said
she
thanks.
Oh,
She said thank you.
Yes, she
keep it
does.
going, keep it going, Isabel. Woo! All right. Okay, now we're gonna bring up a very funny gentleman, still trying to prove that his Amazon special is true. He is not dead yet. Let's give it up to Mr. Jim Mandrinos. Jim.
Yay!
I'm pretty sure I'll be dead by the end of the weekend. I'm trying to just get, because when 2020 started, I was there like, this could be the best year ever. And now I'm just like, at the beginning of every Monday, I wake up and I go, fuck, another one. And if I could get through Sunday, and I used to think that with my level of rage and my anger issues, that I would die via homicide. And then, I suffer from seasonal depression, so then I thought, I'm going to die via suicide. And now I realize I'm just going to die by a big-ass fucking embolism. Because somebody is going to say something stupid one day, and I'm just going to go, ah! And my head is going to explode like a firecracker. And the neighborhood kids are going to look at my exploding head and go, ooh, colors. It'll be like fireworks. It won't even be anything real. I figured out, because I made a mistake this week, and I watched the debate, which is a very big mistake. You know why? Because it's that close. It's that close to being a carnival. It's that close to being circus barkers. We should just put, Chris Matthews in the top hat, like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Great American Shit Show, and just have at it. Look as they jump through hoops for your viewing pleasure, because that's what it was. There was nothing of substance there. It was just pure theatrics, and there were a couple of nice moments. Like, will you shut up, man? That was a nice moment. Filming for nice T-shirts. we can all enjoy that moment. There's Trump being Trump. Okay, he's very Trumpalicious. I watched right up until Biden said, and number 2, and Trump said under his breath, you're number 2. And at that point up there, like, I cannot watch this. These are not grown men. These are not the leaders of the free world. This is 2 5-year-olds in a schoolyard going, I know you're not, but what am I? You know what I mean? Trump was like 30 seconds away from having his fingers in his ears going, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. That fucking close. I've lost a lot of friends. I'm going to put that in quotation marks over the past few months, because they say that my anger towards Trump is not rational. And I will admit it is not rational. I will admit that here's the whole thing. I've always lived my life as a nice mix of Roman emperor and hippie. That's what I've always strived. Hear me out. I know you don't think those two things match, but the hippie part is just, if you leave me alone, just do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? Just leave me alone, do whatever the fuck you want. And the Roman emperor part of me is like, I want to kiss all the women, taste all the wine, eat all the meats. I want to do, so it's like a life of excess, but yet leave me alone. That has been my firm wish. So I've had that happy-go-lucky attitude, and I never hated anybody. Like, even my family, and my family is a wretched collection of pieces of shit. Like, when I'm introducing my family to people, I feel like Jack Nicholson introducing the people on the boat in One Flew Home with the Cuckoo's Nest. And this is Dr. Casey, the famous Dr. Casey. That's what I feel like, because they're all insane, but I never hated them. They're just like, I never have to deal with you now that I'm an adult. Trump is the only person that I've ever felt hate for. And here's what I gotta say. It's fucking awesome. Why didn't people tell me about that sooner? When you hate somebody, that is energy that you could just expel. That is just, oh my God. It like my cardio is up because of hate. You know what I'm saying? I communicate more because of hate. I've become more outgoing because of hatred, because I would never engage in conversation with people And now I hear people say nice things about Trump. I'm there like, let me tell you something. So I'm getting more social, is what I'm saying. It's become a very positive thing. Hate is my motivation, is what I'm going to say at this point. And here's the other thing I got to point out. As Madeline is very quick to point out, I'm very old. I think she accused me of being 100 at one point. But the one thing about being old is that you come to realizations. Like, you get to different points, and then a realization will hit, and that realization will throw you for a loop. And I came to one about 2 weeks ago, and that realization has really thrown me for a loop. That realization is this, quite simply, I'm the problem. That's my realization. That's my realization, because let me put it to you this way. 3 marriages, clearly I'm the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because if you've got like one ex-wife, you could say, oh, she was a bitch. If you've got 2 ex-wives, you got to go, yeah, I might be a handful. I'm the problem. That's what I'm realizing. I'm the problem in relationships. For those of you that don't know my driving record, I kill cars. Like if you put me in a car, that car will die. Like, you could put me in a 2020 Mercedes, fully loaded. In 3 days, the back seat would be covered in Big Mac boxes, and the car would have transmission problems. So clearly I am the problem. So, I came to that realization. It's an epiphany, and I think I might be the problem. And she goes, with what? I said, with everything. And she's there like, I've been telling you. And I'm there like, I know, but now it makes sense. She goes, well, what are you going to do about that? And I went, well, this is America, so I'm just going to continue being the problem, because that's what we do here. We like to inflict our problem on other people. So if you see me driving, you want to get into a different lane, because good chance I'm going to hit you. If I haven't married you yet, just wait around. I'll get to you at a certain point. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. Have a good night, everybody.
Yay, give it up for Jim. All right. Are you ready for your headliner this evening?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
This is the first woman I met in comedy when I took my first comedy class. And nobody, not one female comic, has lived up to her so far. Let's give it up for the very funny Laurie Summer. Yay!
Oh, thank you. Sorry, ladies. Apparently.
Excuse me.
Hello. How do you like that? Santa told you. All right. So, I think we all, I mean, everyone seems, okay today. That's how we had a few days to decompress. I'm sure that we all watched the debates. So we're finally, like washing ourselves clean. But the Proud Boys, that they got some good publicity this week. There's going to be a lot of people joining, and a lot more angry men, apparently. They like to direct it by not masturbating, and in order to be a Proud Boy, you have to take an oath, and you're not allowed to masturbate, and it creates all the rage in them, and then that's why they want to fight. And I never in my life thought that I would say, I wish all the men would just masturbate for peace on earth. I never thought. All this time, that is what's been going on this entire time. Men just need to masturbate. So not now, wait until after, gentlemen, because it's weird. I just see you in little picture frames. I don't want to know what's happening. Let's see. I don't know what the hell noise that was, but so I don't mind wearing the mask. I know a lot of people have a problem with wearing the mask. I actually enjoy the mask. One of my favorite things to do is to actually wear the mask while I'm driving, because I know that it enrages people. And I only know that because on social media, there'll always be someone like, show of hands, who wears the mask while they're driving? I want to try and thin out my friend list. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Why do you care if I'm wearing a mask while I'm driving? And you know what? 9.9999999 times out of 10, the people that get upset about the masking while driving are the same people that get mad when a man has a bun. It's the same people, because there's people that you, and maybe you guys are some of them. Some people are really, really, like, the man bun is really, like, come on. Jesus did wear a man bun, guaranteed, because it's fucking hot in the Middle East, guaranteed. That's such a hack line. I'm such a hack. I like doing comedy in my house because I'm already home, and I have done, I don't know if you guys have done the comedy in the park. We're going to see a show of comedy in the park, and I've done it in New York. I've done comedy in all the park. I've also had sex in some of them. That's a different, but for some of it was comedy though. But the only park that I will never go back to do stand up, and this is just my little bit of advice for all of you, is Tompkins Square Park. If you've never been, just go. Just walk through during day, just quick, like walk through quick. Unless you like heroin, then take your time. Make friends. You got, because that is exactly what we experienced. I was hosting a show, and, you know, like there were people that were clearly on something, but, you know, it felt like a constant standing ovation, sort of. And, you know, like they were always like mid clap, and then they would just stop like that. That was like 3 of my audience members. I was like, what? I am killing. They're actually dead. I did. I killed them. They died while clapping. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? I'm a libtard, apparently. And but I signed up to receive Trump's emails because I love giggling. And if you haven't received any of his emails, just please sign up for them, because it's like, if they're really believing that this is directed at that, they sent out an email today, and at the top they wrote the date as September 31st. All of you didn't laugh at that.
I did.
September 31st, like that. These are his followers, and we don't wonder, we know that they're all idiots. I was like, I get mad because I have relatives that are also Trump supporters, and I like to think of them as good people. I feel like I came from good people, you know. I think of myself as a good person with a hint of cunt. Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome.
You know, I wear that badge proudly, honey. I am all for being a cunt. But I've lost friends, you know, and I say that loosely as well. I put them in quotation marks because, you know, I haven't seen you, you know, and in years. And I had one friend ask me, he was like, you know, what, you're different. Like, you've changed. I'm like, we haven't hung out since '87. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean I've changed? Like, yeah, it's 1980. It's years ago that we hung out. I've changed a little bit. And did I really change? Because my nickname growing up was Mouth. That was my name. Like, that is what my father, people get scared when they have their first and middle name, like, you know, when you're going to get in trouble. If I heard Lorianne Summer, I didn't hear that as a form of like, you're going to get it. It was, hey, Mouth. Nothing has changed. That's why I do what it is that I do, which apparently is comedy. Who knows? I am single. I don't have kids. I have never been married, never been asked. But I also, no laugh at that. All right, thanks, guys. Oh, you guys care. I don't own a home, and I have no desire to ever own a home. I've never wanted, like, I see homes that I want, and I will take them. I just don't want to go through the whole buying process. I don't, you know, like, if someone wants to give me a home, cool. right? But I don't have this urge to own a home. I like renting an apartment because if something breaks in your home, you have to fix it. If something breaks in your apartment, you just get to pick up the phone and be like, is this the Lord of this land? My toilet is broken, fix it. And if you don't, I will not pay my rent. And I would win in court. It's amazing. I don't have to worry about fixing anything. And which is why my kitchen still looks like it was made in 1987. I live in an old apartment. In my apartment building, there was a restaurant. I should say I live in a Dominican neighborhood. And if you've never been to a Dominican neighborhood, there's gorgeous and wonderful restaurants during the day. And in the evening, they become a dance club. And now, if you've never lived in a building that has a dance club in it, don't move there. That's just my little piece of advice, because you can't sleep at night. You can't, there's no resting. Like you can't, it's just that constant music. And I'm a dancer I was a dancer before doing comedy. And I love the fact that there's a club. Every night I used to go to a club. I could just go downstairs and go to a club. You cannot sleep. There's no rest. There's no and mindful, just relaxation, because you're too busy thinking, how can I set the club on fire without affecting the rest of the building? And you can't. You can actually just have firemen come over, which that's the whole point. All right. So let's see. What else did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about I have CVS receipt written down here. People, I get excited. I don't know about you. I get really excited. Like the longer, the better. Right, ladies? Hey. Wow. That's a receipt with girth. So, but I love the really long receipts. I stand there, I start clapping. I understand the tard part for the libtard. So I just stand there clapping, getting all excited when I get the receipt, and then I look at the whole thing, and it's never a coupon for what I want to buy, ever. So fuck CVS. That was the whole point of that joke, was for me to say fuck CVS. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about, someone was talking about when you get older. I take care of my parents, and I've been doing that for the whole lockdown. And surprisingly, they're still alive. And surprisingly, I am, because I'm a lot. And but it is really true what they say, that when you get older, that you don't care. You just say whatever. It was you that said that, right, James? Did you talk about saying whatever when you get old? I don't know who said it. Someone did. But my mother growing up, she was sweet and docile and gentle, non-confrontational, the exact opposite of my father. My father would tell you to go fuck yourself and really mean it. He would really, and he would want you to, rip off your penis and shove it up your own ass. That's how, if he tells you, and for a woman, he would want you to shove something like a brick up. All right. But I was at I was at the store with my mother, and there was this woman fighting with the clerk. We were at a Verizon store, and the sales guy, and this woman is really fighting with him and making a scene inside the store. My mom and I are, socially distanced away, but she was really bothered by it, because the woman she was a twat, and she was really and the guy was being so kind to her or whatever, but I was just tuning it out because I live in Manhattan, you could tune that crazy out. And my mom was just said out loud, and my mom's in a wheelchair, she's this little frail, cute little thing. And she just screamed out. She was like, why doesn't she shut the fuck up? And I was like, Mommy, you can't say that. Don't do it. She was like, well, she needs to shut the fuck up. I'm tired of fucking hearing her. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to fight her now. Like you know that I'm gonna wind up getting into a fight with this woman, and you're okay with it. And meanwhile, this is the exact thing that I got grounded for in high school. But now you're like, I've been suspended far too many times in school, and I used to get, like for me, if I got suspended, I was like, oh, cool, a couple of days off, and I would always wait outside. I was in martial arts, so if I got into a fight, I usually won, and not bragging, but so I would stand outside and wait for everybody to get off the bus so they could all be like, Lori, Lori, Lori. And my mother would come outside. She's like, this isn't a vacation. Get inside. And you're grounded. And that's real. There's no ending. There's no, am I done? Do I have any more time left? What do you want me to talk about? Any requests?
You wrap it up when you want to, Lori.
Anyway, Jim, do you have any requests? I don't even see you anymore. What are you doing, Jim? Where's your cat? Why is, oh, there, hi,
There
Jim.
I am. Hello,
All
Lori.
right. Don't die, P.S.
I'm trying
Don't
not
get
to.
an ad. I mean, like, what would all of us do without you? All of us would still be home, but and probably still doing comedy, but not in this forum. Isn't Jim wonderful? Can we all just? I want to give Jim a round of no, because this bothers him. This bothers him, but
He's wonderful.
He
I
is.
wouldn't marry
Bye,
you.
people.
Bye.
No, but I say that just, like doing the comedy classes are wonderful, and I really applaud all of you guys for doing it. I've been working with you guys, and this is how I want to end it. I've been watching you guys and doing the shows with you, and to see your growth each time that I see you is really wonderful. So I just want to applaud all of you. Jim is a great teacher. Keep utilizing the tools that he gives to you, because I haven't. All right, so that's it.
All right, everybody give it up for Lori.
Yay!
All right, and give it up one more time for all the other comedians on the show.
Yay!
Yay.
She said tool.
So Jim, are we on for next Thursday night?
I believe we are on for next Thursday night. Yes.
All right, so we'll be back with the pop-up show. We're gonna pop in on Thursday.
All right, I'm popping in.
There you go.
Bye.
Goodbye,
I would like
everybody.
to pop. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.